This video is to describe a classic scene in the movie Loving a Puff, which is also the only place in Hong Kong named after the movie character, and can also reflect the classic and significance of this place.
The reason why we want to describe this scene is that this place impresses us the most. This scene appears at the beginning of the movie, and after looking up some materials, we know the real name of this bridge, which interested us very much.
After our field trip, we observed the bridge from various angles in the film and found that the bridge is more atmospheric than the film imagined. Its painted pink main tone creates a fresh feeling, while the Z-shaped and arched overpasses are aesthetically pleasing. In addition, there are many regular rectangular tour positions on both sides of the bridge, which can form the composition of the TV frame from the inside out. And we have walked it on the road that they have walked, and we deeply feel that ambitious breath and hazy love. We went in the afternoon, and it was beautiful to see the sunlight coming through the window.
We think that the bridge, which was chosen as the location of their first date for a reason, that the atmosphere, the color can very well reflect the heated feeling of mutual feeling, but embarrassed to see it in the movie at that time.
Having said that, I want to move on to how is the bridge captured and represented in the film. In this film, a total of 4 angles around the bridge were shot and presented. At first, it was directly facing the character and blurring the background. Then, it was taken from the entrance of the bridge behind the character upwards. Also, some shots were taken from the outside of the bridge. Finally, after the conversation between the man and the woman, the reaction of the man was taken from the extremely low angle of the ground.
The next thing I want to talk about is the shooting technique, which is the several shots that I talked about earlier. Obviously, the montage technique was used in the beginning of the shooting, because the shot was switched. And the best way to reflect this shooting technique is that the film chases the shot back to the scene. It occurred to a memory clip where the Chunjiao first met Jimmy unexpectedly in the convenience store. Jimmy was drunk, he bought cigarettes, and Chunjiao was happened to see, but they don't know each other at that time.
Well, Zhiming is a smoker, and watching the subsequent movie illustrates that Chunjiao is also a smoker with asthmatic. This montage foreshadows the rise in the price of later cigarettes, because it also specifically mentions the price of cigarettes, which fully reflected their predestination. In addition, 4 different shots were changed. Also, in their conversation, they talked about UFO, and they used the montage to show a lot of tall buildings, which explains why Zhiming thinks that there are very few UFOs in China.
Licensing is also used for shooting. Just as I said before, the sunlight shone through the window, and it is very romantic and ambitious. This sweet atmosphere can better frame their hearts at the moment, making them sure of each other. Meanwhile, it is very suitable for the scene where a close-up of the camera depicts the 2 figures moving closer together. It indicates that they are bound to spark later. The casual clothes they are wearing, you can see that they are in a very relaxed state to communicate with each other.
Chia squirrel is also used in that segment and scene. When photographing the bridge becomes very bright, but the figures between the panes are very dim. There is also a shot when the boy asks for the contact information. The sun shines in from the pane behind him, which highlights his bravery and courage for love. In the final parting shot from extremely low angles to show the change of mood, and with each other's reluctance to give up.
At last, in order to induce and understand the bridge better, let's start with the general story of the movie. The man protagonist Jimmy and the female protagonist Chunjiao meet because of the law, which said that smoking is forbidden in the public places. People have two cigarettes gathered in the alleys to smoke. And finally, they fall in love after some difficulties. This location is kind of the launching point of their story, cause this place is where they have their first deep conversation to get to know each other and have their contact information. It is kind of the beginning of their development, so this place is very meaningful.
This is a place that runs through the whole film, recording things as well as different people. During conversations with these people, Chunjiao realized Zhiming's bad mood, and Chunjiao feels sorry for him when others made fun of him.
This is a place where they really develop their love for each other. It's also very classic, and the scene where they light each other's cigarettes is more memorable, and hence the laughter film revolved around smoke. The meaning of photographing this back here is that they are stirring up in each other's hearts and have a great crush on each other.
The first conflict was when they went to the alley to chat again. Zhiming did not take the initiative to light her cigarettes, but handed her a lighter. In her heart, Zhiming did not admit her in front of the public. She was confused about Zhiming's feelings for her, and after a few talks, she quickly left. The shadows here perfectly express the melancholy and blurred mood of spring.
In the end, they exposed their heart to each other on the viaduct and confirmed their relationship. Chunjiao finally understood the meaning of Zhiming. It turned out that Zhiming had exposed his heart a long time ago, but she had never found it. At that moment, they decided to quit smoking together.